the issue that I think we also agreed upon, which I want to beg of you, and since you are the ones who attend these talk shows, is the issue of the cost of living. Right on every aspect of the cost of living. They say that the cost of hunger has gone up because of the hardship. Ya baba na Uhuru. The prices, and they say that immediately they take over. Na Biblia wakiweka chini, na baba na Uhuru waondoke kwa barabara, chakula itakuwa imerudi chini. So that cannot be an issue that we take to a committee. It cannot be a subject of the committees that we are forming. It is upon those who are in office, of course illegally, but they are the ones sitting and they are the ones making the policies to ensure that they make the policies to bring down the cost of living. We cannot allow that to become our burden. It is the burden of those who are controlling the coffers to ensure that the cost of living of Kenyans is reduced. And it should be a minimum. If we cannot see them reducing the cost of living and taking steps that can reduce the cost of living, then going to the streets becomes the only option that we have. You know, okay, let me get it. So, ni vizuri tuhakikisha kwamba Biblia ilishuka, lakini kama ilikaa juu, zakayo wako juu, uchuru iko juu, kila kitu. Those things cannot be part of our negotiating. They cannot be what we are going to sit and discuss. We cannot allow them to, we cannot agree to go and share in the problems that they should have solved. They lied when they were looking for votes. They must feel the cost of that lying. They have now said, and I think you remember, they said that the subsidies that were being given, pesa ilikuwa inaenda kwa mifuko ya wengine. Kama ilikuwa inaenda kwa mifuko ya wengine, na ilikuwa pesa ambayo ilikuwa inatoka kwa ushuru, hizo pesa zinaenda kwa mifuko ya kina nani sasa? Si watoe wapatie wa Kenya gharama ya maisha ishuke. And you must get that basic when you are going for those talk shows. If you become technical, you are selling us. I listen to some people, wanakuwa very technical. UDA does not want anybody technical. You just become naked like they are, as long as you are not insulting. But don't go and become technical in those discussions. Tell them, mulisema pesa iliingia kwa mfuko ya wengine, sasa inaingia kwa nani? That's the language Kenyans understand. And we need the Kenyans to be with us on this journey. And as I conclude, I know also if we had done, we would also be having very many minority leaders in Jubilee. We have MCAs across the counties and are occupying minority seats. Let us bring everybody on board. Let us not recruit on behalf of UDA. When you leave a person who feels he was supposed to be here, you are literally recruiting him on the other side. I know a number of members of parliament from Jubilee misbehaved by even saying things they should not have said. But like we are saying, there are those who have actually said we were misled. Open up for them. If there was an Azimio group, get them back. Let us get as many people. Don't give them responsibility here. You may not give them the responsibility of reading us, but let us have them back on board. Because it doesn't... let me say this, because I want to say this for the record. And I want to say it for the last time. The number of votes that came from Mount Kenya to Raila Amolo Odinga. Tafadhali, kama wewe unapenda mzee, leader hiyo. Leader hiyo. The number of people who are in support of us because of those votes from that region, take care of them. When you see me here and you see Mother, I don't know whether Mother goes through the same thing. When you see me here coming from Mount Kenya and following Azimio, you are talking of wanting to kill you with a bullet. You should know I haven't slept home for so long when we are doing these things. We are also going through very difficult times, so we also don't want to see anybody trying to squeeze us out, because we are here by choice. Tafadhali, tuheshimiane kwa maneno. Sorry, Baba is the one coming next to speak for us.
I'm not going to speak for a long time. There's just one thing that I want to clarify now that the media is here. You saw Uhuru was in Kigali with President Kagame. Ruto was in Kigali with President Kagame 2 days ago, when a reporter asked him the question of what's happening here. Then he went to length to try to explain an issue called handshake. They don't want. This handshake has been in the mouths of these people for a long time. Oh, what was Azimio wanataka tu, msumukati, ataka handshake, and so on. Now I want you guys to know where this handshake came from. In 2008, the country was burning. The international community tried to intervened. Then chairman of African Union, President Kufuor of Ghana, came here, talked to us, and talked to Kibaki's side. Then they proposed to bring a mediator. The Prime Minister of UK then, Gordon Brown, also called us. Then they proposed Mr. Ramaphosa, who was rejected by the other side, that Ramaphosa was my friend. In the end, the name of Kofi Annan surfaced. As you see, most of those former President of Kaunda was here, Mkapa was here, former President of Botswana was here, Desmond Tutu was here, and so on. Then, in the end, the name of Kofi Annan came up and was then accepted to mediate together with President Mkapa and Madame Graça Machel. Then they came, it was agreed that each side appoints four to represent it. We were represented here by Honorable James Orengo, Mr. Salim Davadi, Mr. William Ruto himself, and Stanley Cosby. The other side was represented by Martha here. The other one was the late Mutula Kilonzo. The other one was Wetangula and Samungeri. This is the team that met at Serena Hotel and negotiated until there is agreed only on one issue of whether the accord should be entrenched in the Constitution. This is when Kofi Annan came to me and to Kibaki and asked that we have a meeting. That meeting was chaired by Kofi Annan. President Kikwete was present, and President Mkapa. We agreed on that issue. Once we agreed on that only issue, then we were ready now to sign the accord, which was signed and presented to Parliament. Now, William Ruto himself was involved in negotiating that accord. Now he says Raila is the author of accord. Then, in 2017, we went to court, and the Supreme Court nullified the elections and ordered a repeat. Then we said we went to IBC and we demanded certain reforms to be made before we participated in that election, because he said to go the same way with the same structure will not yield any different result. doing the same thing the same way, expecting different results. When we then refused to go to elections, we asked our people to boycott. It was boycotted. From the statistics we have, only 17% of registered voters participated, because they came up with a small figure of 38%. Then there was stalemate. Then they said we had been cheated. Then they did the swearing in. Then the country was in a crisis. And it was Uhuru Kenyatta himself who looked for me. And we held lengthy discussions. And he admitted that he knows that he did not win. Because the number of people who went for the repeat were negligible. Then I said, I don't have to be the president of this country. If you agree that we can carry out reforms to ensure that the future elections will be free and fair, I'm ready to work together. And that is what informed the MOU. It was not a secret. We appointed lawyers who spent time to prepare the MOU. And we changed it eventually. We agreed to sign that MOU. And that is when we went out of the office of the president and shook hands with Uhuru Kenyatta. That is the second handshake. But I said, we don't have a stake in government. ODM did not appoint a single minister in that government. Neither did we appoint even a permanent secretary or even head of any parastatal. We did not. That government remained exactly that whatever it was, whether it was a coalition, but it was between Uhuru's side and Ruto's side. Right throughout. So this idea that handshake is what caused problems in that government is hogwash. We did not participate in that government. All ODM members here know that we did not participate in that government at all. We did not appoint anybody. People who were appointed there were all there. But because they are in the government, they want to take credit for all the good things that that government did and blame everything that went wrong in that government on Uhuru Kenyatta. That is where we are today. Shame on them. So we ourselves, nobody should come and say that we all the time force people into trouble so that we need handshake. Justice Kriegler, who was appointed to come and lead a team to verify what happened in this country and how the elections were held. When he came to see me in my office, he told me, Mr. Odinga, I don't see my role here as trying to tell Kenyans who won that election. Any fool in this country knows who won this election. When he's saying, I won that election. But then, now these people keep on saying that we lost elections and we wanted a handshake. Shame on them. We did not lose the elections in 2007. Neither did we lose the 2017 or in 2013. Because they said, oh, always losing and complaining. We did not lose any of those elections. So I don't want to go much further than that. I just want to make that clarification for everybody else that handshake, one of the authors of handshake is none other than President Mr. William Samoei Ruto. The governor of Wajir is there. Where is he? Oh, because it's not okay. He asked me to give him a chance to, because we want to leave to rush to Wajir. But if it's going for prayer, when he comes back, he will do that. Thank you very much. Now, Mr. Lee, can continue.
Okay, let me invite Mr. Wainaina very briefly to say a word on behalf of Kanu. Then shall come back to tonight. Shortly.
Thank you, the leadership of Azimio.
My name is George Wainaina, and I'm the Secretary General of KANU. On behalf of my chairman and our members, and I can see some of them with us today, tunataka kuleta apology to our chairman. I know eventually when you leave this workshop or this meeting, we'll have people who are going to negotiate for us on things that we have agreed. First, I want to say, for whatever reason that you are doing any negotiations and the law stand between what you are negotiating, please let us change the law. Tusije kama sheria inatusumbua, waja tutoke hapo. Na because this government have done what they have done, makao umesema mshahara ijapatikana, even some MCAs of KANU wananiambia watapata. So I don't know kama vile uliona message wako watapata so that I can pass to them. Okay. Kwa hivyo asanteni sana because sitaki kuchukua muda. By the time we leave here, let us please have people who are soldiers who can fight for what we stand for. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce myself again, I'm Ahmed Abdullahi, Governor of Wajir County, also double up as the Vice Chair of the Council of Governors. I explained to Baba yesterday that I'll come for the meeting, but I'll leave a bit early. I have a 2-day activity that I can't miss in the county, and I have a flight that I'm trying to ask